but these people understand that Trump is the president of the United States, right? Do they understand that, or do they not?
Um, yeah, I don't know exactly what they wanted. I mean, I asked them why are they there? What are they doing? What are they trying to do? And it was just, we just want to show him that he's not welcome here. And I mean, it doesn't really matter what you think. I mean, he is the president of the United States. And I just thought it was really interesting that they didn't want to have a relationship with America, the trade agreement. They thought that, our alliance should not be there anymore as long as Trump is president. They just think that he's going to bring more right wing policies to England. And I mean, it's just incredible. It's a very obvious what the type of stuff they say. He's a racist and this and that. Blah, blah, blah. It's all the typical things you hear in America. But they really wanted to show up in carnival-like fashion, and that's what they do. They're pretty weird.
This is an incredible story here that I'm not really going to be able to get to, but and I can't even, the crew just found this. So I asked them to find this story on Mother Jones, written by Michael Isakov and David Korn, two totally stooge journalists, fake journalists that are nothing more than a mouthpiece and a pen for the Democrat left in America. They write this story on March 9th, 2018, the secret story of Obama's response to Putin's attack on the 2016 election. Now, again, you have to understand, Michael Isakov is a leftist puppet. He spiked the Monica Lewinsky story for Yahoo News when they could have broke it. David Korn, who runs Mother Jones, is a total leftist. He hates InfoWars. He lies about us. They write this story on March 9th of last year talking about, and apparently they've written 12 books, about how Obama knew of Putin and the Russians trying to hack into the election. Now, they go in here, John Brennan is mentioned in here. They act like, oh, there's all a bunch of hubbubaloo about Russian interference, but they did nothing. They did nothing. And this is the mouthpiece of the left admitting it. And then the crew found this story from the same day, March 9th, 2018, on Business Insider. Susan Rice reportedly told the White House cyber team to knock it off when they floated options to combat Russian meddling. Maybe this is the hot mic moment between Obama and Medved. I may be mispronouncing his name, where he says, oh, just wait till I get reelected. Then we'll be more flexible and we can do things. Is that Obama saying we're going to let you meddle in our elections? Is that what this is? They stood down multiple times. We have the hot mic. There's more evidence for Obama meddling and colluding with Russia than Trump. And even the left admits it. It's incredible. And here we are. I'm now joined by Martina Markota. You can find her on Twitter at martinamarkota.com. She is the unofficial leader of the goth right. She was in London during the Trump protests. They had a big Trump baby out there. And really just a bunch of creatures showed up, Martina. So, you've been to some Trump protests in the United States. You've seen some of the people that show up for that. It's a lot of deranged, lunatic type of people. But what we saw in London was like a totally different story. Talk about the creatures that you saw coming out to protest Trump in London.
The creatures, that's pretty accurate. Yeah. And I mean, just to be clear, that baby Trump balloon was not as big as they really wanted it to be. It was quite pathetic, actually. So it was not impressive at all. But I mean, yeah, I expected these types of people, trans, drag queens, people showing up. They called it a carnival, I think. That's what they actually said about it. And they seem to really, really think that Britain unanimously does not want to accept Trump, but that's actually not true. There was definitely plenty of Trump supporters that I know of and that I've met in England, and they just are a loud minority. You know what I mean?
But these people understand that Trump is the president of the United States, right? Do they understand that, or do they not?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they wanted. I mean, I asked them why are they there? What are they doing? What are they trying to do? And it was just, we just want to show him that he's not welcome here. And I mean, it doesn't really matter what you think. I mean, he is the president of the United States. And I just thought it was really interesting that they didn't want to have a relationship with America, the trade agreement. They thought that, our alliance should not be uh, there anymore as long as Trump is president. They just think that he's going to bring more right-wing policies to England. And I mean, it's just incredible. It's a very obvious what the type of stuff they say. You know, he's a racist and this and that. Blah, blah, blah. It's all the typical things you hear in America. But they really wanted to show up in carnival-like fashion, and you know, that's what they do. They're pretty weird.
Well, I mean, not trying to. I mean, it is funny. I mean, these, it is. How can you not laugh at these people? It's such a clown show. But on a serious note here, I mean, really, it's just like the guy. And I don't know if you've seen this story. There was a green-haired, quote unquote, non-binary that assaulted a high school student, took his MAGA hat, spit on it, told him he's not welcome here, get the F out of my city. On a real note, on a real serious note here, when you talk about social engineering, that guy right there, or I'm sorry, that G, whatever they want to be called, and then all those people that showed up to these London protests, I'm like, this is a serious problem for mankind. That is the last stage of humanity before we die out. Like, that is the last stage of humans before we go extinct, right there. That is the death of humanity. That's what these people represent.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's just the bottom of the bottom. Did you see that photo that was spreading around? I mean, with the legs spread open and all that, they have no shame. And, you know, quite honestly, I am used to seeing this type of stuff in New York. You know, I'm from New York, so London and New York have this parallel. And so it was quite like an alternate reality to be there, and everyone just had funny accents, but it was the same rhetoric. It's the same thing. It really shows you that they're really watching the same type of stuff. The media is all saying the same type of thing, and they're regurgitating the same thing that they say in New York. There's no difference to it.
And why don't the people in London care about their own country and their own leaders, like Sadiq Khan, who says terrorism is part and parcel? Here they are focusing on Trump, who's not even involved in their politics, really. I mean, okay, he can have a conversation with your leaders. Apparently not, I guess. But it's like they don't even realize that their own leaders, like Sadiq Khan, are destroying their cities. And they just say, oh, Trump bad. Let's have a Trump balloon.
That's absolutely true. I mean, Sadiq Khan it's so horrible how he's running that city. And I mean, he says that crime is stabbings are a parcel of living in a diverse city. I mean, who says that? That's insane.
No, it's just totally factually incorrect. I mean, you look at Houston, Texas, it's the most diverse city in America. I mean, maybe the world. I really don't know. But you don't have a bunch of random stabbings happening every day. I mean, sure, you're going to have some violence in a big city, but it's not because of multiculturalism. It's because of open borders and not having people coming in that actually want to be a part of that culture.
And you know what's interesting is that the Met Police there, that's what they call it, the Met Police, they are focused. They have it in their manuals about diversity training and how to combat hate crimes and stuff like that. This is what they're teaching their police, instead of acknowledging where this crime is coming from and dealing with that in a more direct route. They're teaching their police about diversity training and how to accept more, diverse genders and cultures. And they want to make the police equivalent to the amount of diversity that there is in London. They're focused on that and making it less white and making it more diverse to reflect the city, which is, why is that a priority for the police?
Yeah, that's not crime fighting. I guess that's the point. They're not fighting crime anymore, and so crime runs rampant. But I mean, so like in the United States, I mean, actually, obviously, I've had a lot of experiences with cops. Actually, I really don't understand. I feel like the New York Police Department is like, I don't get it. I don't know why they wouldn't arrest the individual that assaulted us. They saw it on camera. They clearly let him go. Maybe they were working with the guy. I really don't know. He did have Stingray equipment, but that's another story. My point is, though, most of the cops that I deal with in America are still like sane, and you can tell that they have some protocol not to really do anything to these people. Did you see that in London, or were the police even like kind of with them? Like, oh yeah, we love the freak show.
I didn't really see that much police during the protest. I did see them around a bar. There were some people with MAGA hats, and they were pro-Trump people, and they were just kind of chanting, they were waving American flags and British flags. It's the same thing in America, where if you see a American flag or British flag, you know that they're the patriots, because the left don't bring that kind of flag. They're carrying the Antifa flags and the EU flag, any other sort of flag except the British flag. So you saw the red hats and you saw the flags, and there was a barrier of police pretty much just standing around not doing much. I mean, I've also seen with Anne Marie Waters, she's campaigning here in England, and she's really sending the right message. And when she was at some hustings, supposed to do some sort of debate, the police just kind of stood around and didn't really create a barrier. They didn't push people out of the way to make a safe entryway. They kind of just stand around and let things happen. They don't have guns, so they really are pretty passive.
All right. One more segment with Martina Marcota on the other side. This is the Alex Jones Show.
Maximize your potential and take your body back with Super Male Vitality. We're breaking the conditioning and fighting back against the globalists' war on male vitality. Our ultimate non-GMO formula is sourced from powerful organic herbs that have been gathered from around the world and then concentrated for maximum potency. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. InfoWars Life wants to bring you the highest quality products. Our unique combination of ingredients is designed to assist the body in regulating proper balance and creating superior vitality in males. Support your body and mind and take yourself to the next level. Boost your vitality and energize your life. Take control of your body. Grab a bottle of Super Male Vitality today at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com.